What is the path to become a mystic?
Spirituality. Spirituality, it actually is an effort to knowing yourself. See, my book explains the process of becoming self-realized
Yeah.
and even entering into the divine realizations.
Mm.
See, it is actually a memoir about how I started out and how I ended up being. Okay. But it did not come in the form of writing a book. See, what I had been through in the 4.5 years it took to write that book, everything is not there. So I have the moments of my anxieties, I have the moments of my disappointments, I have the moments of my frustrations, I have the moments of everything you can imagine. In the Bible, we hear the story about Job. Pretty much every spiritual seeker has to be prepared to go through a life like Job. Because at the end of it, it actually is the Job realization, if you were to look at the Bible. Because you need to know the ultimate God, ultimate goal, or ultimate objective in life is an encounter with God. And for that, what are you willing to do? How much you're willing to sacrifice?
That's asking for a lot.
It is asking for
What
a
he
lot.
went through, I can't imagine.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
We live for our families, and he just watched his disappear.
Everything disappeared, everything came to a
I could do
standstill,
without
nothing.
material things, but when you hit the family,
Yeah. And he was robbed of everything. He was, everything was taken away from him. But the end of it, everything was given back to him. But you see, it is not the end of it is what it is. You come to a realization, even at the end of it, you don't want nothing except an embrace with God. I want that in this lifetime. I want to feel the embrace of God. I want him to hug me. I really, really want that. Whether it is going to happen at the conscious level or physical level, it really doesn't matter. I have no expectations other than that.
it's a great expectation.
Yeah. There's nothing. There is nothing. In the process of it, and with the help of the Holy Spirit, the help of Mother Mary, Jesus himself.
Rick, do you feel that when you pray and go to Mass?
No, I'm waiting for something like that to slap me or confront
But
me. But
see,
I don't feel it.
One thing is your job, is your life going to be like the life of Job? I don't think so. Because God did not create everybody like he created Job. You
I
see,
know I'm not strong enough.
he knows that.
And I gotta ask for his forgiveness all the time for being so weak.
He knows that.
So
He knows that. That's why he is God. See, you are not, you are not confronted with a God who is, who doesn't have compassion, who doesn't have mercy, who doesn't have forgiveness, who is tough, who is judging you, or nothing like that. Nothing like that. He is the opposite to everything that I just talked about. It's nothing close. It's not even close enough to any of those things. The love of God is so incredible. It really, you cannot picture it. You really cannot imagine what it is. You really have to experience it. But just look at it.
I experience that sometimes in meditation.
Yeah, that's what meditation is. Meditation is experiencing the love of God little by little. When you breathe in I, you are experiencing His love, you know, and the am is the product of the love. That's really what it is. So you go through that whole cycle of it when you are beginning your contemplative meditation. So meditation is part of loving God, part of experiencing His love. But if you were to intellectually understand what God's love is like, that's what I'm trying to do. It's because we want to define that's how our ordered, structured, polarity based, duality based intelligence, wants to know, wants to interpret it. But what amazes me in the whole Genesis is how meticulously He created the universe so that man can be served by the universe. Every single element, every particle, every subatomic particle, and they are responding and they are embedded with the conscious energy of God. Every single one of them. He left His signature in every tiny particle. And that consciousness is to serve humanity. That is the reason why, even when you look at them, I described how the wave functions flattened in a particle. Just when a human consciousness, when they are in the presence of human consciousness, they cringe. That's how subservient they become. See, when we only think like that, see, what is in that consciousness is really a sort of a manifestation of God Himself. Because it is His consciousness that created all of them. And when you think in that kind of a terms, let's see, we as controlling, individualistic human beings. God created the universe so that He could serve us through the universe, through all particles in the universe. See what a servant God we have. That's how much He loves us.
To help us understand.
Hmm?
To help us understand what we couldn't otherwise.
Every particle in the whole universe is there to serve us. And that service itself is a manifestation of godliness because it is happening through the consciousness of God. That's how much He loves us.